I use more fertilizer every year, but the soil gives me less. More inputs, less return. Hello everyone, let me ask you something simple. When was the last time you held soil in your hand? Not food, not a plant, just soil. Most of us don't think about it, but soil quietly shapes our future every single day, and in many places around the world, it's sending us a warning. I remember standing in a sugarcane field in north central Vietnam in Như area program. The landscape was beautiful, forests stretching into the distance, farm carved into steep slopes. But when a farmer bent down and picked up the soil, it didn't crumble, it plumped. It felt heavy and compacted. He told me something I have not forgotten. I use more fertilizer every year, but the soil gives me less. More inputs, less return. In Như Thanh, farmers growing sugarcane now spend nearly half of their production cost on chemical fertilizer and pesticide, and still the yield remains below the national average. Immersed in frustration, working harder, praying more, watching the land weaken. This isn't just about individual farmer, it's about the model of agriculture that taught us how to maximize yield, but not how to stain what beneath the surface. And this story is not unique to Vietnam, it's happening in many parts of the world. At ADM, we work closely with farmers and agricultural communities every day. Our business depends on something very simple: productive land, healthy ecosystem, and farmers who can thrive season after season. If the soil isn't healthy, nothing else really works. For years, agriculture focused on maximizing output, and in many ways, it succeeded. But today, things are changing. Weather is less predictable, temperatures are shifting, input costs are rising. So the question is no longer just about productivity, it's about whether our system can hold up over time. Together with World Vision International in Vietnam, we started asking a different question. Not just how to grow more, but how to have farmers go in a way that lasts. That question led to a project called Sustainability. At its core, this project is about helping farming communities become more resilient by improving how they use resources, restoring their land, and strengthening their livelihood. In Thanh Hóa, we are working with communities to introduce more sustainable, practical approach to farming. This includes using organic input like compost, improving how fertilizers are applied, exploring integrated farming system, and restoring land that has been degraded over time. At the same time, the project helps farmers accept better opportunity for higher value crops so they can improve their income while protecting their natural resources. Sustainability only works if it works for farmers. At first, they were skeptical, but over time, things began to shift. As soil structure improved, water retention increased, heavy rain no longer was nutrient away. Water stayed longer in the ground, input costs began to stable. And farmers realized something powerful. The practices wasn't just better for the land, they also made economic sense. In neighboring Nguyen, change took a different form. Instead of creating forest aid for short-term expansion, community plant medicinal crops under forest canopies. They also introduced beekeeping. Farmers adjusting habits season by season, community protecting buffer zones that reduce erosion, and household diversifying income so they are not dependent on a single crop. And here's the bigger insight. When farmers reduce dependence on external chemical inputs, they get something more valuable than yield. They can control over cost, control over soil health, control over their future. And that's what resilience looks like in practice. None of this happen alone. One vision brings deep community trust and long-term engagement. Farmers bring life experience and practical knowledge. ADM brings technical expertise and market connection. Together, we are learning what works and how to scale it in a way that benefits both for people and for the environment. So I end where I began. When was the last time you thought about soil? Because it is easy to overlook, but it's doing more than we realize. It supports crops, it stores water, it sustains livelihoods. And together with partners like One Vision, we are working together to strengthen communities, the more vulnerable children, and build more sustainable value chains from the ground up. Together, we can grow not only food, but also resilience, opportunity, and lasting impact for the community, the children to experience life in all its fullest. Thank you.